I just want to do a quick video on a recent story that I discovered. Um, Do Zantamata, she is one of my favorite authors. I have about 5 of her books, and Do Zantamata had a near-death experience. She has a video on YouTube. I found it on Facebook. She does live book readings, and she is one of the people that inspired me to be an author. I bought several books from YouTubers, and I'm just going to name them off. Dozan Tamata, Cassandra Mack, who is my church by phone pastor. I bought most all of her books. I love her books. Shira Seven, I love her. She is a little bit of a gold digger, but she also has a lot of self-respect. Who else books today? Oh, this is like the best one. I love this woman. She came up fierce and fast. Nikki G. McCrae, Mastering Divine Consciousness. Holy snap. Holy. That book is everything and more. It's all about her videos. I mean, her videos are like that. But these are the people that I have bought books from off of YouTube. And hopefully that's why I started doing YouTube, is because I just wanted to start advertising my book. And I became a YouTuber. And also Chris, excuse me, my project manager, Chris, he inspired me. He inspires me every day. I was like, Chris, I don't know if I want to be a YouTuber anymore. I don't know if I want to have an audience. And I was like, I only have this many views, and, other people have watched more time. And he's like, that's great. What are you talking? He was like, he didn't say, what are you talking about? He doesn't talk like that. But he was like, he just always is on the positive aspects. It's almost too, like, I thought I was a positive person until I met Chris. Then I was like, he like matched me and doubled it. And I was just like, he really brought me up a level. He helped me believe in myself. Also, I have a couple friends who believe in me a lot. I actually have to reach out to one of them. I haven't talked to her in a while. But she is a strength finder, a strength builder, as I am. I know there's a lot of people that do this, but not many that I know in the way that I do it. But I have a couple. I have a few who really believe, and they just are like nonstop believers. Almost like Robert Zink. I love that guy. He reminds me of my dad. He's a YouTuber. Shout out to all the YouTubers. DrewTube, love him too. Anyway, he should write a book. But I would buy it. And so anyway, I back to Doze on Tamata. Okay. So this woman, she shook my faith. And the reason she shook my faith, so Doze on Tamata, she was having kind of a mundane life. Basically, she talks about in her video, she wasn't happy a lot. I've always been an optimist since I was a little girl, so I never had that problem. Do Zantamata was a Christian. She believed in heaven and hell. Well, she got meningitis and she almost died, and she had a near-death experience, and you should watch that video. It's so good. But and she is such a sweet soul. And so she didn't believe in hell after that. I don't want to believe in hell, but I believe in the Bible, and I believe the Bible is the truth. But I respect this story so much. She had a near-death experience, and she had a basically she says that, and that's why her first book is Karma. And I never really liked that word. Me, it was always you reap what you sow. And so which is kind of the same as karma. And so she said, and I always said, like, everybody goes through the same stuff in life. They just go through it at different times. That I had this like inner knowing of that for some reason. And also, since I was a little girl, I thought I picked who I was, and I thought I picked who I was. I picked who I was. I don't know where that even came from. I just thought that I picked myself. I picked who I was. I picked who I wanted to be. And I knew the hate that would come at me, and I knew the love that would come at me, and I knew the challenges, but I always picked it, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I didn't just pick this original chin that I got. Oh my gosh, when I laugh, it looks funny. Anyway, God, please heal my laugh. My face. I don't know what's worse. No, the double chin. I'd rather be like this, but it's going to change. It's going to heal. Anyway, I know I skipped from subject to subject. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. So Dozan Tamata had this near death experience, and she all of a sudden like got to see the light. My dad also had an experience where he overdosed on heroin, and he saw himself going up, and it was getting warm, and it was, and this other experience where there was aliens in the kitchen, and he felt like crap, and he was coming down off a lot of drugs. Then these aliens came and touched him, and he was doing the dishes, and all of a sudden he was in bed. These aliens came and touched him, and he was healed. He also had a star hit him in the chest, and it felt like a heart attack, and there were stars everywhere. And then he felt just fine. Weird stuff like this happens, and it really does. And even like it wasn't a near death experience. It probably was. I mean, I flew off a motorcycle and, got knocked out, woke up at the scene. Then I was in and out. And then I met the guy who frickin' was behind me and like called the police and got the dirt out of my mouth and called the ambulance. And then I remember the ambulance like cutting my clothes off, and I felt the air, and I thought, how are they going to get me? And I was all broken, and I went in for MRI. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Sorry. Okay, I think it's good now. Anyway, I knew once that accident happened, like I knew I had a feeling like I remember the accident, even though I don't really know if I did. But I remember when we went down, I just said, I'm going. There was nothing else you could do. I had to surrender to it. Woke up, looked back. I was like, this motherfucker got me in an accident. That was my thought. And he was like this. And I hope you're doing okay, Joe. I know he's struggling. And anyway, I made it out. Please forgive me. Sorry, that accident was bad. It was bad. I had to get skin grafts. I have a little chunk out of the bottom of my leg, but I'm healed. I can walk. I have my legs, my hands. I've got a scar. Anyway, that was kind of a near-death experience, but I didn't see the light. And this is a common theme with people, seeing the light, feeling better. That was my dad's experience. Now, Doe's experience was she was a light being. Everyone was united, and she still believes in Jesus and that Jesus came to, you don't ever want to be mean to people, basically, she said. You go through a life review and you get to feel the guilt and regret that you did to everybody, and it takes a while. It takes a while, and that's the saddest part, is like the life review. And I was like, is that like purgatory? I don't believe in purgatory because it's not in my Bible. I'm not Catholic. I grew up Baptist, but I'm just Christian. But, everybody's beliefs are their own. And I just want you to know that that's cool. I am not here to judge. God is the judge. I don't have hell to put, I don't judge you. I know there's a time and purpose under heaven for everything, good and bad, and whatever your life experiences are. Now, Doe, she doesn't believe there's a hell. I don't want to believe there's a hell. I literally pray that Satan will come to Jesus and like just not be so proud and want to like rule the world and want to be God, and that he'll ask God to forgive him and just let him back into the kingdom, and that he won't, take away his icky stuff. Now, that's not my job either. But I do pray that prayer because I don't want anyone to burn in hell. I don't want Satan to burn in hell. I don't want my enemies to burn in hell. I want them to get their purpose in life and to do better. I know they messed up. I know people aren't perfect. I mean, even though they had bad blood with me, I've had bad blood with people, and that's okay. You live, you learn, you move on, you go your separate ways. That's all right. I don't hate anybody. But Doe made me really think, because she's like, in the afterlife, it's all light. And she decided to come back down because she had a husky, and then she wanted to redo her life because she wasn't happy with her life. And then she did, and she created these books that are amazing. The first one is Karma. I don't know what the other ones are, but I read Trust. I read Karma. I read Happiness in Your Life, some of it, and then a client got away with it. I got fired, and then I couldn't get my book back. She can keep it, though. I love that girl. She can keep it. It was the book for her. I'll rebuy it. How to Change Your Life in 80 Days, which I'm reading right now, and which is really good. And she touches a lot on gratitude. She has a book called Appreciation, and then she's going to come out with like 5 more books like Love, and they have like butterflies on them. Just so cute. Like, that is so my vibe. Like, butterflies, like the cover alone got me. And she designed them all, and I thought that was really cool. I actually tried to design my cover. Part of my cover is my design, the catfish with the army print. But then it was just white. And then I told them what I wanted and they came with it. And it was like, oh my gosh, that was a good cover. Thank you, Chris and the team. And so she just had me thinking different about heaven and hell. And, you know, because she was there and I know that's her experience and I hope that is for everybody and they don't have to suffer. And, you know, if they aren't believers, I'm still going to believe in Jesus just because I'm a believer. And she believes too, I think, but in a different way. And God showed her something different, you know. It's what God shows you individually. And so I think that was a really interesting video, and it really did speak to like the movie Ghost, how that is in Ghost and how all the light beings are there. And she says that we come down to this world to have a half light, half dark experience. And so we're going to have good and evil down here. And then you are here to find your purpose, basically. And then you go back up and it's just light and you're all unity. And like the body is split. Anyway, you got to watch her video. It's so inspiring. It was just so cool. I definitely respect it. And she got me thinking, because there's also those like those like Christmas movies where it's like Christmas of past and then like Scrooge and the Grinch. And that was kind of her story because she wasn't really happy with life and she was doing things that her parents told her to do. And I just thought it was really interesting that she kind of followed her heart after that and she found her truth after that. And then she's like the nicest person. And so that like literally changed her life. And I think it's such a cool story. And there's a lot of other people who've had near-death experiences like that. And then God showed them that. My near-death experience, I didn't have that. I just got really fucked up in an accident. And I woke up at the scene and then I passed back out. And like, I knew the kind of mysteries of the mind. I think I was at a rave the night before. If that tells you anything. I was living, and that's the thing with going up too high, you always reap the opposite. So I had a really good night and then boom. It was a little wild. It was still fun. I mean, I'm not going to change any of it. And God works in mysterious ways. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on this video and a lot of the YouTubers I like. I have so many YouTubers that I watch. I just can't say enough about it. I really love YouTube. If you're trying to become a YouTuber, just make those videos. If you can't make a video for a day, that happens to all of us. How you're going to be successful is if you're consistent. That's really the key to it, is consistency. Bring what you got. Try to put a lot of flavor in it. And, share your experiences because somebody needs to hear about it. And Doe, she said she didn't share her experience for a long time, and then she did. And I'm so glad she did because I love that woman. I hope I get to meet her someday. I mean, she's my Facebook friend and we chat and I see her growing pineapples and she moved to Florida and she had a couple things going on with her. So I do follow people and just because they're so interesting. And so I hope you find me interesting and I hope you like and subscribe to this channel. I'm an author. I'm a counselor. I've been fired several times. I sell these bracelets. If you want to buy one, I would love it. I'll send it out to you. They have a lot of different stones. Moonstone, agate, dyed agate, just pretty crystals, quartz crystals that are dyed. Anyway, if you want one of my bracelets, the information's in the description box. If you want to have a session with me, I'm Angie DeLisi, author of Catfish: A Love Story. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I do some music. I can play a little piano. But I don't really do that. My dad was a guitar player. He had a big effect on me. He was a writer. My mom was a Christian woman who was very fearful. I love her immensely. She's always been there for me. Maybe not in all the ways I needed, but a mother will teach you. A mother will scare the shit out of you. A mother will doubt you. A mother will be your fire if you're a daughter. I think it's different for sons. Mom, I'm so glad I have a boy. I'm so glad I have a boy. Boys are like, they're just so different from girls. Boys are, they're just so sweet. Boys are, I almost feel like boys are more sensitive than girls. Having a boy, they don't show their feelings, but they're just so sweet. They're so sweet. I'm so glad I have a boy. My little boy, I love him. He's my world. That's an unbreakable bond between a parent and a child. That's an unbreakable bond. I was a daddy's girl, and my dad was so good to me. And he told me I could do anything I wanted. He was proud of everything I did. He encouraged me nonstop. He called me his little fledgling, his little swan. And I miss him so bad. Anyway, he's in heaven, and I know that. Anyway, God bless you. I love you. Let me know what videos you'd like. I'm back up on YouTube again. My chin is still tight. I can't laugh. I look stupid and funny when I laugh, but it will come back, I hope. My chin looks better than my little double chin I had, which looked worse on camera. And I'm happy I did it. And so this is day 24. Hopefully I'll be even more healed tomorrow on my birthday. I love you. God bless you. And just make it a great day. Make every day a great day. I love you. God bless. I'll see you soon.